Gather around, I got a story to tell, baby. Gather around, I got a story to tell. I'm going to get right into it today. Tell y'all a story about the beat up squad on Rikers Island from 2005 up until 2015. And their headquarters was in the Beacon. A lot of people don't know. You know, the headquarters was in the Beacon. And they was led by a man named Gerald Vaughn, a.k.a. Captain Vaughn, a.k.a. Uncle Tom at his finest. Because Vaughn was an Uncle Tom for real, man. He used to be with Slowly. Slowly is a bozo, you know. He used to act like, he used to play the good cop. Vaughn was the bad cop. They used to be with Lemon. You know, Lemon was, these are all correction officers too, by the way. And you know, Lemon he was running around acting fake tough, you know, but he wasn't as worse as Vaughn. You know, Kenlock, there was a chick named Kenlock. I don't know if she's still there. She looked like the dog from Family Guy, Kenlock. She looked just like that dog. The real person, the real life person of that dog. And they was putting hands on folks, man. They was beating people up for nothing though. It wasn't like it was justified. It was stupid stuff. They was running it like a gang, you know. And they was backed by a man named Depp Perez. And I'm gonna get into all that later, but they influenced the whole Rikers Island. And what made me mad was the fact that the women on Rikers Island, they was even more disrespectful knowing that they had some type of backing, which was like Vaughn. Vaughn was like, I guess, Captain Save-A-Ho, you know. And the thing with Vaughn is he didn't like Bloods, the gang Bloods. He didn't like the Bloods because the rumor was that his son, and they from out of like Webster Projects, I think, or Washington, around there in the Bronx, his son was killed by a Blood, and he had a personal vendetta against, you know, Bloods. And the thing about being on Rikers Island is it's filled with a lot of Bloods. So he would personally set dudes up. Like, he'll put somebody he don't like into a Crip house, and then he'll tell the Crips, hey, that guy, he's low-riding, he's really Blood. And the guy could have been neutral, but just because Vaughn didn't like him, because they might have had some words over an issue, Vaughn would set them up. They was doing stuff like that, you know. And Vaughn was super corrupt, and it came to a halt when they put hands on the wrong prisoner. They beat Mel up, you know. They broke Mel up, and oof, it looked nasty. They broke Mel up, and I think one of the officers, he couldn't take it no more, and he snapped and told. He told on the whole operation, you know. And that's the thing with the correction officers. A lot of them are not from the street. Some of them are, but most of them aren't. And some of them are not with the fuckery, right? They're not with the corrupt, nefarious ways of some of the other hierarchy on Rikers Island. So what happened was a lawsuit pended, and Sam Rubenstein, you know, once he get involved, it's pretty much a wrap. Sam Rubenstein put that media force behind them, you know, and that scrutiny came from the public, and the corruption was weeded out. You know, Vaughn got arrested. Depp Perez, who was the ringleader, he was co-signing everything. He got arrested for beating Mel up, and it was just so much charges and things against and complaints against these folks that it pretty much was over. You know, as soon as it hit the papers, it was over. Vaughn ended up doing 5.5 years. Perez ended up doing 6.5. They had some other little underlings, little clowns, that ended up doing a year here, 2 years there. They all told on each other. They all snitched. I'm pretty sure all of them are home right now. For you want to have a gang mentality and you're not from the street, and you do it at a late age, is like suicide. Leave that stuff alone. Whether you're an NYPD officer, correction officer, court officer, don't get a badge and start acting tough, you know. And if you're a regular neutral person and you older, leave the gang stuff alone, you know, if you've never been involved in it. So I just want to tell you guys that that's my lesson for today. Don't be something you're not, because it always ends up bad. And Gerald Vaughn, Captain Vaughn, should be home now, and I know he's going to see this. Vaughn, how you doing, man? What's going on with you, boy? I told you I'd get the last laugh, didn't I? When you sent me to the box that time, I told you I was going to get the last laugh. You know, but hey, hopefully you redeemed yourself, Vaughn. You know, I know you don't have a job right now. And if you need a loan, I can direct you to where they're giving out free money, Vaughn. You know, HRA, get some SNAP benefits and stuff like that.